Hey guys, welcome to this episode of the Chiro Couch. Another great day on the Gold Coast. My name's Dr. Andrew. Today I want to talk to you about a patient that came in the other day. She was in her 20s and during a consultation she told me that she had scoliosis, and she knew that she had scoliosis when she was a child. But her doctor told her that she would grow out of it. Now before I get into this topic, I just firstly want to say that that is not true. You don't grow out of it. But let's talk about what scoliosis is and how do you know if you have it first. So first of all, scoliosis is a sideways curvature of the spine, often diagnosed in your adolescence, and it begins around the onset of puberty and is found more in females than males. But in most cases, it will worsen if left untreated. And it'll worsen to many different reasons, and it'll cause postural issues, pain, dysfunction, and the most important thing with scoliosis is if you catch it early, you can correct it. So, because we don't know why scoliosis is happening, sometimes it's genetic, it's good to get checked early. Now, we can diagnose scoliosis with x-ray, we can measure its severity, we can decide whether it's mild or severe, and if in some cases it's severe, we have to brace it with a plastic brace worn 23 hours a day, or worse, maybe surgery. So in some cases, it may not be required, the bracing. And so we here with these machines behind us here, use chiropractic techniques called chiropractic biophysics that can help you improve these postural problems. Now, we actually improve scoliosis if caught early enough. Now, the type of exercises that we give you and the type of stretches that we'll give you in this office will depend on the scoliosis you have. So let's diagnose your scoliosis properly. Now, there are a few telltale signs that you can check to see if you or your family have scoliosis, and these include uneven shoulders. One shoulder blade might stick out more than the other. You might have one hip sitting higher than the others, or when you lean forward, your back actually rounds. We call this the Adam test, and we'll put that as a link below so that you can check somebody else if they have scoliosis. But as expected, the best way to check to see if you've got a scoliosis is to have a professional, thoroughly examination, and of course x-rays. Now back to what the doctor said. Now, would they grow out of it? Unfortunately, this is not the case, and sometimes the scoliosis will get worse, sometimes a little bit worse, but sometimes significantly. And this patient, in the 6 years that she didn't have treatment, it got really bad. Now the worsening could have been prevented, and if she'd seen a chiropractor sooner, or if she saw a place called Scolicare who specializes in bracing, they could have fixed that scoliosis. It was very frustrating for me to hear that GP gave her that information. It must have been awful for that patient to see what happened because of that bad advice. Now that said, I just want you to understand, please listen to your GP. They know lots of different things about lots of different things. However, they're not spinal specialists like myself. If you want specialized treatment and advice on spinal conditions, you need to see somebody who sees these types of things on a daily basis. And we're here to give you the best particular advice on that condition. Otherwise, you're just potentially taking bad advice from people who don't specialize in an area, and that's going to be bad advice. Like, I would never give somebody psychological advice because that's not my speciality. So, if you think you might have scoliosis, or maybe your child might have scoliosis, and you want a proper diagnosis, we can do an initial consultation, and that's currently at $29. So why don't you give us a call, 5562-1311, and we'll book you in, and you'll get peace of mind knowing that you've been diagnosed correctly, you've been given the correct treatment protocols, and you will not let it get worse. And if I can't help you, I'll send you to somebody who can. Now that's all from me. My name's Dr. Andrew from Rabina Chiropractic Wellness Center. I hope you've learned something about scoliosis today. Bye for now.